And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luke O'Blaze on The Metal Experience.
Woo! All right, we just heard the band Saint with the song Revelation, and that's their brand new single. Watch the YouTube video now and go read the review done by John McKenna on our website for the song Under Reviews from the Crypt. Whew, that was a lot, Morgan. You wrote a lot right there. And then we heard A Scarlet Dress, their song Nucleus, and that's another brand spanking new single with a music video now also on the YouTubes from the upcoming album Endless, which you can pre-order now from their Bandcamp page.
And thanks to the band for actually sending us a sneak peek of it. We got the free download from them.
Fuck yeah. Well, all right. We are here in the dungeon of Fitz's Spare Keys. We are here with, for our first time, ReAnimate the Fallen.
Woo!
Woo!
Hi.
You guys go
How
ahead
you guys doing?
and introduce yourselves and what you do in the band. And your guests that you brought along. I'm sorry, your
yes.
honorary members.
Our honorary members. Well, I'm CJ. I play drums. Go ahead.
Savara, vocals and bass.
Brennan, guitar and attempted vocals.
And then
He's forced.
And we've got over here. We've got Brian and Heather. Brian dances on stage with his G-string, and he also breathes fire and puts swords up his mouth, down his ass, whatever. And then we've got Heather, and she's supposed to, like I said earlier, she's supposed to play keyboards, but she likes to strip too. And so make sure you don't have your leg out because she likes to kind of strobe it, and caress you and things like that.
I've seen her hump multiple people already
she does.
tonight.
She likes to hump everybody.
Great first impression.
And I just met her.
Yeah.
She's tame tonight.
Yeah. So we're ReAnimate the Fallen. Nice to meet you guys.
Well, you definitely up the standards for bands coming on our show. You have to bring your own strippers. We've never had that before, so it's great.
Really? Never?
I mean, people claimed they can strip, but I mean, we saw it here, so I know they're for real.
Right?
I mean, I'll give you a sneak peek right now.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
All right, wait a minute. Let me close my eyes.
Not paying you to sit.
Oh, sorry. She's busy looking at dick pics.
There are so many wieners in that
Yeah,
book.
there is.
Well,
There's some boobies, too.
there are some. There's a lot of.
They're just not as good.
There's some weird stuff in there.
There is.
Oh, boobies are good. Boobies are good.
We'll contribute.
We're going to contribute some boobies in there.
Good.
I mean, I have plenty to spare.
Because tits before dicks. They're a lot better
That's
to
right.
look at.
I agree.
Agreed.
Does anybody ever disagree with that?
Not really.
Okay.
So give us the backstory of the band. We want to start from the beginning. How you guys all met? I want the beginning. You're born with a guitar in your hand.
Oh, so we're
and
not
you
starting
came
with
here
the
to
porno?
rock. We can start, if that's where the beginning is, we can start there.
This is where you decide the truth or the real truth.
Yeah, yes.
There's the
that's
truth. And then the truth.
We'll take them both.
We're performers, we're entertainers, so we were in a porno, and it was called Eat Them and Beat 'Em Hard. And
Wow. Okay.
no, just joking. All right, go ahead, Brennan. You tell the story.
Yeah, that was
How do we
not
meet?
the name.
Don't tell the story. Sammy, go.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's all on me.
pass it
Savara, go ahead.
Well,
Hot potato.
it all started one night when, we were looking through, what was it? We were trying to convert VHS pornos to DVDs?
Still in the pornos. God.
No, seriously, guys.
All right.
Savara and I have known each other for a while, and we were just, hanging out, and I was actually singing, and she was just, she was playing bass, and then I was like, dude, I really want to play an instrument, so I was like, I'll check out the drums, so I just, got some, went out and did some shit to get, learn everything I could, YouTube, and I took some lessons and crap like that. And my neighbors were like pounding on the walls, and so finally got a rehearsal space and shit. And then next thing you know, we started jamming together, and we kind of screwed around and came up with a few songs that you're going to hear tonight. And we were like, we need a guitar. We need a guitar.
We need
so,
a guitar.
So,
Say it like,
yeah,
hey, we need a
I need
guitar.
a guitar. So we were
We
just
need a
kind
guitar.
so lo and behold, out in the middle of the desert,
The middle of the desert.
yes, in the middle of the desert, we saw
It
little
was a dry
Brent.
spell.
He was out there in his little undies, and he was
In your undies.
yes, he was,
Tidy whities.
and he was doing a little jig.
Okay, I like where this is going.
He was drinking his what is it? What was your favorite drink there, Brent?
Any kind of beer. You just give it to me, I'll drink it.
And then finally, we just got together and we started jamming, and the rest is history.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the truth is actually that she was
And-
playing a bunch of really, really interesting guitar players who wanted to play with us. And one day she played this. I heard this one, and I'm like, wait, who's that? I want him. And apparently he had said the same thing when he heard us. So it kind of was meant to be. And then, he's like, yeah, I don't sing. I just play guitar. I'm like, I'm sorry. I heard vocals on that recording. I'm
Yeah.
like, you sing now.
Yeah, so, they found me in a video that I was doing of one of the songs I wrote.
What was the song called?
Oh, jeez. I can't
You
even-
wrote it.
I
Santa
can't
Claus
remem-
defeats the Martians.
I can't even remember these days. It was like one of the first songs I wrote to actually try to produce and all that jazz. So I did that and I sang over it just to kind of have a filler, because I don't really perceive myself as an overly good vocalist. I just like to put words up on top of it.
So then, did you have a drum machine behind what you
Yeah.
were? Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a drum machine behind me, and I had my guitars and all that stuff, and I sent it in to him. And I think what you heard was eventually became "Foolish Pride,"
Yeah. I think that was it.
which
Which
is one
you're
of the,
going to hear tonight.
which is one of the songs you're going to hear
Heyo.
eventually. And then, of course, I still sing that. So I mean, yay.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it came. And then apparently Sammy really, really liked it.
Well, I really wanted somebody whose voice would blend with mine, and from an instrumental standpoint, that we would complement each other. It's one of the problems I always had was I'm writing these parts, and I write these bass lines, and next thing you know, the guitar player's my bitch, or they want me to be their bitch, and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work that way. It's like, you have your own damn instrument, please play it.
Well, that and we're both. So I come from. When I was in college, I come from actually playing in orchestras and playing in music and going through music theory. And on top of that, also being a stage performer. So I did a lot of musicals, a lot of shows.
Yeah, our
And-
backgrounds are very similar.
And the backgrounds are just really similar. And when she told me that, she went through music theory as well and understands composition,
Sorry.
it was just one
Sorry, a
of those.
little pole
It's
dancing.
just really serious.
And a little pole dancing.
It's really serious, and I just had to laugh. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue your story.
I remember one of our first meetings, and she was telling me that, and I was sitting there going, "Oh my God! I actually understand what you're saying, and you understand what I'm saying."
No, that was the first thing I recognized when I heard it. I'm like, oh my God, this guy actually has a classical music background, which for me has always been really hard to find.
Yeah.
I'd say things, and instrumentalists, guitar players just look at me like I had 3 heads or something. I'm
So
like,
originally, I played violin, and I got into a level of I didn't play with, but I had chances to sit in with Chicago Symphony. I toured Italy with the orchestras and stuff like that.
When was this at?
So what?
When was this, years that you were doing the symphony
So
stuff?
I did that for about 3 years.
Okay.
The problem is I kind of called it the music military. You kind of just go where you're needed and not necessarily get paid very well for it.
Or at all.
Or at all. And I would spend about 4 or 5 hours rehearsing a day for this because I loved it and I had a passion for it. But unfortunately, adulting took over.
Now, do you have any violin in any of the music you guys
We
play?
don't.
Any plans to incorporate anything in the future?
I keep trying to push for that.
They keep trying to push for it.
He's not that person anymore, guys.
Because by the time we met, I stopped playing, and I haven't really picked it up for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Not to say that I couldn't.
Is it kind of like riding a bike, though?
It is.
Well, we have a surprise for you. We have a violin.
No, it truly is. I actually picked it up last week just to kind of pull it out, and make sure that that's what she said.
You own a violin.
I do.
It's just been.
No, I
hanging out.
still own it.
Okay.
It's a beautiful violin. It's German made. It's absolutely gorgeous.
You told me you were never going to pull that thing back out.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I have to see it again. I'm sorry.
I mean, maybe for you.
That's what they both said.
No, I pulled it out and I played it a little bit, and I'm truly
There's a lot of
rusty.
pulling
But it's
going
one of
on.
those things where if the song was to call for it,
I can
would-
so write that song.
I know you could.
I will.
I could definitely bring it back.
Sorry, I studied composition for stringed instruments in college, and I also did
She can write that shit right now.
classical vocals. So,
Do your little thing.
Yeah,
do your
so-
little.
There's a couple pages left
Do
in
it.
this book.
Do it. Go.
No,
No, do like a thingy. Just
what
like
would
a
I do?
thing?
pull it
Do
away
one of
from
your
your mic.
thingies.
Pull it away from the mic.
There.
There you
Should I
go.
go ask the jazz band upstairs if they need
Yeah.
vocalists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just pop
And they
up
told
there, grab
they
the
told
mic.
us to shush.
You better watch it, or Grandma's gonna come down and punch you.
Yeah, so my family owned a small theater in Hyde Park growing up. I started, being in that scene around 4. Did musical theater growing up. Did a lot of state, national, regional competitions. So I placed
Damn, I can't
Top-
believe I'm in a band with
top
such talented
10% in the
people.
state and top 25 in the nation as a lyric
Wow.
soprano.
Dang.
So did a lot of fun stuff there. But like Bren,
your autograph after this.
like Bren,
Where would you like to place your autograph?
Well, if you have to ask. But yeah, like him, it was a lot of work. I mean, I would rehearse and perform, about 14 hours, at least 5 to 6 days a week. And I didn't really sleep, obviously, doing those kind of
don't
things.
sleep.
But who needs
Especially
sleep,
if you're
right?
in college, because they expect you to take your normal courses on top of
All of the
all
music
the music
stuff.
courses. And,
Yeah.
the music courses aren't really taken seriously. So it's one of those things where you're just sitting there and it's just this constant thing. But, I mean, just like you, how you kind of grew up with it. I mean, my family
Yeah.
always just kind of had music in our lives, and we always had guitars.
She stole my
and-
drink.
I know. By
I
God.
need a cocktail.
I was gonna drink it, but if you want it,
I'll drink
I'll
it.
order another
You
one.
want? Oh,
I saw it and I was like, man, that looks so good.
Gotta
I want to
strip-
order one.
Gotta strip
no,
first.
It's yours
gotta,
now.
Gotta
It's yours
strip
now.
first.
You have to take off one piece of clothing for each drink.
It's hers now.
Yep.
I'll
yep.
grab another one. I'll grab another one.
Is
It's
that,
okay.
is that a vodka cranberry?
share.
Is that a vodka cranberry? Who's it for?
Well,
I saw it
is it-
earlier and I was like, man, that looks really good.
Okay, is that for you?
So it is now. It's now
think it
yours.
was his.
I'll get another one.
Okay.
I'll get another one.
You
Is this
basic.
mine now? Are we passing around the drink?
I'm not saying no to a free drink.
Yeah.
Again, you basic.
Can I get one more of those? It was so good. I already drank it. I was like, that looked really good. I want to get one. And then it was stolen. But I'll give it up. I'll get another one.
Well, thank you. What a gentleman. They say
I know the
chivalry's
waitress here.
dead.
I know the waitress here. I'll get another
Chivalry
one.
is still alive in you, good sir.
All right, stage manager's out.
See, we have the best stage manager. She brings drinks
There you go.
unrequested.
Did you see her little twirl too? You see that ass? No, but no. To get
back to
get
the-
back into seriousness. No, very much like Savaro. I started off. My family played a lot of music around the house. My dad was a drummer. He was a drummer like in the high school band and stuff like that, and did a lot of drum lines. So I always around the house hearing his beats.
So then why did you pick up
So
guitar and not
my
go
brother,
to the...
my brother was actually the guitar player
Okay.
in my family, and he still he still is. He still plays guitar and absolutely phenomenal. But me being the youngest in my family, and of course him being the oldest, I decided I want to do that. That's really cool. And of course, his entire room was covered with rock stars and stuff like that. So there was tons of rock stars in there, and I was like, this is so cool. I want to do that. And then I first heard like Metallica and Black Label Society, so for the first time, I was like, this is the shit that resonates with me.
Yeah.
I want to do that. And so then I decided to pick up the guitar, and I stole a couple of his guitars, and got beat for that. And
So then, but you were originally were you originally violin?
so
And
no, I wasn't. I did originally play the guitar. I originally wanted to play stringed instruments. There's something about the resonation in those. In fact, I can actually just bring it back to you. So, fun fact.
Fun fact.
I was actually born deaf.
What?
Are you different? You're not.
No.
You
No, I
stick
truly,
like a finger
I truly
in-
was.
That explains a lot.
So I truly was. So I was actually born deaf, and I had corrective surgery when I was 3 years old to actually hear. Now they didn't know if it was really going to work. So for the majority of my early childhood, I was in schools and learning sign language and constantly getting tested to see if it would catch on, and it did. Thankfully, it did.
That's crazy.
But because I had that early development like that, vibrations really speak to me more than anything else. So
That's why he loves me.
so shut up.
Bass. Come on.
So
bass guitar. Okay.
you know, like a
the
string.
best.
The images in my head right now should be music related.
Yeah, I know, right? So I truly love stringed instruments because like what you can't get. Like I love the saxophone, and I wanted to play it originally, but
It's not a string instrument.
when you I know, but then when
He's
I got
special.
that when I got that stringed instrument in my
We're learning
hand and then
about that.
felt the vibrations in my hand, I was like, this is the one. That this
Yeah.
is what I
Are you
want
sure
to
that's
do.
what was in your hand when you felt these vibrations?
Hey, he had wood in his hand. I mean, it's good enough.
It was. I mean, it was a good kind of wood, though. Let me tell you, it was big and stiff and thick.
And then you somehow transitioned over to violin and then back to guitar?
Yeah, because I
The guitar was too thick.
well, no, I
couldn't handle its girth.
no, because I wanted to learn true orchestral composition.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what I want to do. And so I decided, well, what's the choice for me? I originally wanted to play cello, but then just loved how you can manipulate the violin. So I eventually then, went to music theory and eventually went through orchestral classes and composition courses. Eventually learning how to play almost any orchestral instrument. So I mean,
Okay, this one's mine now.
There you
This
go.
one is
There you go.
mine.
Wait, I thought you ordered that for me.
I just want to try it.
You asshole. You drink cranberry vodkas all the time.
You want this beer? I'll get you this beer. And you're going to drink it.
She doesn't want yours. She wants mine.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's just essentially what happened. I eventually learned how to play the majority of all orchestral instruments. So, contrabass, viola, cello, second, first violin, stuff like that. So I went from that and then took that knowledge and just decided to go back to the guitar because I learned piano and learned all that jazz. And I was like, you know what? But I really like that the guitar is limitless.
Yeah.
You can essentially do anything to the guitar. You can make it any emotion, any style that you want. You can't really do that with a violin.
Well, and then all the effects pedals and all that
the
crazy
effects
stuff
pedals,
you can add
and
to.
I just decided, that I'm gonna take all my knowledge and just throw it right back into that. And I just, it was almost became just a second language to me.
He does a lot of interesting effects, though, just using his hands.
I don't use pedals. I really try very hard not to use pedals. The majority of what I use is a chorus to widen the sound, a noise gate, a tuner. That's really all I have. I think I have a wah pedal, but
I don't think I've ever seen you use it.
But like I don't.
He only uses it in the bedroom.
like,
Well, that's
wah-
a whammy.
wah- no, I really don't use it. A lot of my sound is coming directly just from the amp and from my guitars. And I use guitars specifically that have incredibly thick necks. So I use the Wild Audio guitars. 'Cause they're the Zach Wild signature
I
guitars.
was trying to
girthier
not
the
to say
better.
But they
anything then.
are so they're based and modeled off of his like 1950s Les Pauls.
Okay.
Which have these really thick baseball style necks.
Yeah.
And because the vibrations, that just syncs with me. So I'll use those, and I mean that's really about it, man. I mean I can't really say too more about them. I love those damn things.
All right. Because I checked out some of the pictures of you guys live, and you used the Zach Wild one, the one, the yellow and black one.
All of them. So the one
The other one is like the Flying V looking one.
That's
but
yep.
that's also Zach Wild.
all of my guitars I play stage.
All of his guitars the same, like the super girthy neck that
Yes.
you were. Okay.
Every single one of them has that.
They all have a different sound to them, though.
They all have
sound
a
very
different characteristic, which is what I really like. So I do use them in different ways, but I am a
Zach Wild wannabe.
oh yeah.
He wants to be Zach.
No,
Actually, he plays
Well.
very, very differently. Actually,
No, I don't think he
I-
wants to be him. He wants to do him. Is actually what I think.
he probably
No.
wouldn't say no, given the hero
No,
worship.
when I met Zach, he was very kind to me, but no, I did not touch his
He
dick.
was very loving.
No,
Touched me so
That's because he
tenderly.
went up your ass.
I mean I tried, and he was like, "You got to bleach it first, man. I'm sorry."
All right.
No, it's not so much that.
All right.
Because I do play very different than him. I just really, really like those guitars, and for the cost.
Yeah.
Could I get a Gibson that has the same neck? Absolutely, but I'm not going to be paying that kind of money. And that's why I play those, and it also helps that have a few wonderful featured spots with Wild Audio and all that jazz, and had the opportunity to meet Zach and. Got one of my Grails signed by him and all that jazz like that. So I had a great time with that, and then hooked up with EMG, and now I'm got EMG endorsements and all that jazz. So I mean, it's been a lot of fun. Honestly, I've been having just a great time with it, and I mean those guitars are awesome, man. I can't really say too much.
See, I cannot commit to one manufacturer of pickup.
That's 'cause
I just
you're-
have a thing for dual humbuckers. That's.
You got a thing for
that's my
my sound.
I do
but
love your
though
sound.
ever
I'm
since-
actually in love with your
So
sound.
ever since again, this is like what I mean. Like I don't have Zach's sound. Yes, I love. He's a big.
I didn't hear that when I
He's
heard
a big
you at
inspiration
all.
to me, of course. But and I use the guitars, but I don't use the same pickups he uses. I don't use a lot of the stuff that he uses. And
You just like him as a musician.
oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, and I I love the guy, but I also have plenty of other inspirations.
Well,
I mean, have you seen our manager strip?
Brett,
I mean, that's a good inspiration.
sorry
right
to do
there.
some things earlier. Yeah.
What you doing on your ass? Get up!
So we heard Brennan's whole backstory. We're gonna
That
play
is
a
a
track,
lot.
and then we're gonna go through. I want everything from
Sure.
everyone.
Let's
We'll
go.
do it all. What do you guys want to play to introduce the world, the metal experience world, to reanimate the fallen? What do you guys want to play first?
I'm
Prisoner.
thinking, Prisoner? Okay.
Boom.
All right, fine. Prisoner. That's something that that was our second song we ever did together. And Savara actually introduced, the main vibe to it. And
I
then,
actually wrote the lyrics on the way to the studio.
oh yeah, she did.
I rewrote them. I didn't feel connected to them before. It just felt something was off, and all of a sudden we're there and we're driving there, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I just hate being in cars for long distance. I don't know, but it just came to me.
And what's
So.
this? What's the song about?
It's
Being a prisoner in a car.
In the car.
so it's really about being like trapped in your own mind and having external pressures come on you that you just feel like you need to get the fuck out. You need to
My
break
everyday
free.
life.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it literally, it's just like, people are
Yeah.
talking, you're like, just shut the fuck up, I can't fucking think. Just, ugh.
Usually that's-
It's essentially how I am around you every 10 seconds.
Thank you.
There's the love.
I'm doing something right.
There's the love.
Well, let's do it. And what? This is off the EP. What's the name of the EP?
Up from the Ashes.
Up from the Ashes. All right. Well, let's take a listen to "Prisoner" by Reanimate the Fallen off the Up from the Ashes CD. Let's do it.
I expect that type of language at Denny's, but not here. Well, that's too freaking bad. You hear me?
Because we're throwing it back to Morgan and Luco on the Metal Experience.
Hey! You! Listen to this podcast right now! Do you want to hear a fucking podcast about anything and everything? Yeah. Like movies, music, television, and more? Oh my god. Well, you come to the right place. Yes. Subscribe to Journey into Comics Network, and you get Podcastrophe, hosted by me, Dick. Why not throw a couple bucks to the Patreon? It's your choice. Yeah. This is a Podcastrophe.
That sounds so awesome.
Before 3?
And we are back with the Metal Experience. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, and we're here with Brennan and the ReAnimate the Fallen Orchestra.
Yes. Yes, the whole classical ambiance. We have to bring us back to my roots.
You have to bring it back to the roots.
So we are back after hearing Prisoner off the orchestra masterpiece. What was that called, Luco?
Up from the Ashes.
Up from the Ashes. I hope it was stringy enough for you. All right. So we've got some more. I heard the vibrations all over.
You can feel it.
So we're
You
back
name.
talking about influences, backgrounds, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so my background is kind of the inverse of his. So I didn't start out with bass or any of that. I started out with the classical realm and, stage performance, theater. So for me, I did my first solo in German when I was 7. Yes.
Need more power.
Oh,
I can't do Tim Allen. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I could just do that.
Luco, you can do it.
Okay, the most important
Brian and
person
Heather
is
were-
back now.
are leaving?
Hello, guys.
Don't my drinks
Our
now?
strippers are leaving. They're leaving the room, so
They have another gig to go to.
they have another gig.
The club is calling
They-
where the money will
They were
fly.
double booked tonight.
All the senior citizens upstairs want them to do a show.
I know it's a rookie thing, but make sure you oil the pole.
Yeah.
You'll get that pole burn. Okay,
Grease
make
the
sure.
pole,
Grease
yeah.
that pole.
I'll have to tell you. I know.
All right.
All right, go ahead, Savara. What were you saying?
Oh, so, so
She was singing in German at the age of 7.
yes, I was.
Do you
So I've
speak-
sung in.
Wait, do you speak German?
No,
You
I
just
can
learned
sing
a
it.
song in German?
I learned many songs in German.
They teach you a lot
I've
about that
learned
in choir,
songs in
Luco.
Italian,
You learn a lot of that in
French,
Yeah,
Russian,
Latin, Italian.
Swahili,
Swahili?
Hebrew. I've performed in 11 different languages.
I know Pig Latin. Does that count?
I
don't know.
I barely know English.
Yeah, me too.
Latin is actually one of my favorites, but Italian is the most
Okfe
fluid.
uye savara savara hey.
Really,
ahead.
you
I'm
can't
sorry.
even get that part
You know I
right. How
can't.
many
Go
drinks
ahead,
have you
sweetie.
had? Oh wait, I'm the one drinking.
Yes, you are. Go ahead, sweetie.
But no, so like for me, actually, singing in English was always the most difficult. Actually, it's just so guttural. German,
I would think
English,
German would be
German and
guttural.
English are equally just, and Russian. They're all very harsh languages to
gutter
when you're
talk.
singing it. They're not. There's not natural to the voice. It's almost like Italian, Latin, French, Spanish. Any of those were written for the human voice.
Yeah.
They sound melodic when you speak them, even. English is it's in the back of your throat. It's kind of like, you're always kind of like, and German's like you're just constantly like trying not to spit at someone.
Yeah.
It's like,
You feel like
know.
you're coughing up loogies.
yeah, like, Van der Silberne Nacht. I mean, it's like, it's just kind of,
And then you're singing in that?
yeah, it's real fun.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Spitting
Let's
all
hear
over
it.
the-
Go ahead.
Van der silberne Nacht durch die Gesträuche blickt.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah,
that doesn't
yeah.
sound
Yeah.
as
Good.
harsh as.
And she did it on the
That's-
spot
but
in
that's
German
the
like it
beauty
was
of-
nothing.
of the
all
choir.
kinds of shit,
I'm
yeah.
on my 4th drink, too, so
Yeah.
give me some props
Whenever
there.
we're out, I always go, do this, do
Every
that, do
drink will
this,
be
and
a
she
different
does it.
language.
You're
Keep
well,
drinking.
you're well lubricated, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yes,
Got
she
9
is.
more drinks to get 9 more languages.
There we go. For me, I never thought about being in a rock band. I didn't think,
I
a lyric
forced her.
soprano was going to
I
ever
did.
be.
I made her do it.
She did, actually. I'm like, I can't sing in a rock band. She goes, yes, you can.
I go, yes, you can. You
Yeah.
will. I did
Literally,
tell
that
her.
was it. I'm like, okay. So when we were writing, I was writing this one song, and it was really low. The lowest I'd ever tried to go, and I'm like, I can't. Sometimes when I wrote it, I could hit the note, but I can't consistently hit it. So I called my aunt, who's teaches opera. She used to be at the Lyric. She used to be a seasoned performer there, and I'm like, how do I hit this note? And she's like, well, what is it? Send it to me. So I sent it over to her. She's like, she's telling me, like, giving me techniques and how to go low, because hitting highs is easy. It's singing what the range a normal rock musician sings. For me, took training.
Yeah.
To learn. I'm like, can I just play the bass guitar? Which was also thrust upon me.
Yes, I told her she needs to play
was
an instrument.
actually-
We need to be in a band together and rock. Yes,
But
I did.
actually, learning the bass
did.
was actually a friend of mine. So he was just, he's a great bass player, and he was cleaning out his basement, and he found this old bass guitar. It was really good, bass. It
How
was
many bass players have a bass bin with a bunch of guitars that they want to clear out, huh?
Yeah. But he comes up to me, he goes, you need to play this. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm like, I bought a guitar years ago. I took some lessons, played it. I just never felt the connection. He goes, this isn't a guitar. This is a bass. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. He's like, just try it. He's like, play the damn thing. Play it 3 times a week for 1 month. If you don't love it, give it back to me. Tell me to go fuck myself. He's like, whatever. He's like,
A little harsh, but okay.
right. He's like, just fucking do it.
He's still fucking himself, by the way.
Shockingly, I picked it up and it just felt natural. It felt like a second voice. And that's kind of how I write. I'm very melodic in how I write because I treat it like a second voice. I don't look to just, fill in the root of something. I will come through and like, here's a melody on the bass, and like, Ren, have fun with that. He's like, sure, let me see what I can come up with. And he always somehow comes up with these interesting things, or he'll play something. And one of the songs, unfortunately, we don't have it recorded yet. One of my favorites is, it's just,
Which one?
it's,
Angel Without Wings?
no.
Or which one?
Actually, it's not. It's Accomplice.
Oh, the one Accomplice, yeah.
Accomplice is my favorite. We are playing 2 very, very different parts, but they go together so well and complement each other that it's like they were made for each other.
It's always a bitch to write.
Oh, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
But the payoff.
Right? It's just one of those songs, like, for me, when we start playing that, it's just like magic takes over. And it's like, this is why I'm a musician. It's that when we write, it's about feeling for us. Every song has some type of meaning. It might be an emotion. It might have a message that is important. But there's something that we have to get out. And that's the one thing Brennan and I really, we complete each other on that. Like,
You
we write them.
complete me.
Oh, yes.
Darling.
Oh, my God.
But it is. It's really that I've never had working with any other musician. And I've worked with some phenomenal musicians, but with Brennan, it's really that there's meaning
Isn't
behind
that
it. Like,
starting to get big over there? All 3 of them. So you better stop it a little bit.
Whoa. Are you talking about my balls?
All 3 of your balls.
Tripod, baby.
Go ahead, Spark.
But
No,
it's and that's what I wanted to do with this project, was write something that actually had meaning to me. I've been in projects before where I did symphonic metal or symphonic hard rock, where I'm playing or I'm singing, I'm doing things to music that I didn't feel a connection to. Like, it was technically fun, or it was creative. It fulfilled some need, but it didn't fulfill anything deep within inside me. And this project for me, some of our newer songs, Possession or I'm Coming for You, and they're fun, they're dark, they're flirty, they're maybe it's definitely on the edgier side of some things, but it's flirting with that line, right, of what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, and just being true and saying fuck it, right? Just be you. Who cares? So that's me.
CJ.
What? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Shit,
baby, you're up.
it's like I'm in between this like classically trained fucking musicians.
And then we
It's
have
like,
the
and then
band
you got me.
Metalhead.
I just kind of like
Oh, I'm a big
picked
metalhead. What are you
up
talking
2 sticks and just went bam. You know, I mean, so it's just a little bit different here. I mean,
Oh please! You were singing for a long time, and
Yeah,
some
I
of the
was singing.
vocals that she would do, it's like I'd never heard a female sing like that. I'm like, what in the like she was possessed or something. When I first met her, she was in theatrical metal garb, all the white face makeup and everything else.
You were in the
What?
corpse paint?
Oh yes, she did.
What were some of your bands called that you were in?
well, the one that I was most when she hooked up and we started talking and shit was a band called Chokehold, and it was metal, kind of thrashy, and it was a 5-piece. And yeah, I sang. Actually, the first thing I was like, one time I was just bullshitting around singing, and then a friend was like, "Hey, did you ever think of singing? You're really good." And I'm like, no. And then next thing you know, I was in a fucking band. So I was singing for a while. And then, that's when I met Savara. I was singing and she picked up the bass and I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I go, I want to get in a band with you. I think because you're really cool and shit. So we did. We just kind of got together and I was singing and she was playing bass. And it was a good time.
Yeah, she didn't know what instrument she wanted to play. She
Oh,
wanted to
yeah.
do an instrument, but I'm like, you always complain about drummers. Like there's these things that they should do, or that oh please, you're always were just annoyed with with your drummers. Even she's like, they're great, but like if they could just do this or this. I'm like, why don't you just fucking be a drummer already and be done with it? I'm tired of hearing this shit. And she's like, well, fine, I will. I'm like, fine, do it. She's like, so you're gonna be in a band with me? I'm like, wait, what?
No, because I was singing and I wanted to try having an instrument, and yes, drums kind of called out to me.
They did.
But
It had a natural call.
Yeah, it did. So I like to pound things. So true. But
Poor Brennan.
yeah, poor Brennan, poor Savara, both of them. But yeah, I just kind of picked up the drums and I was like, I really do want to take a little lessons here. I can't, this is like this instrument in front of me. What the hell do I do? I kind of, I'm naturally musical. I mean, I picked up like the trumpet or the bass or the keys, and just fucked around. And even drums, I did some basic beats. So it wasn't like I was clueless. Being a singer, you kind of pick that shit up. And, so basically what happened was I just, decided, though, I want a little bit of lessons for a few months just to get make sure I don't get any bad habits or whatnot. And so I did. I took lessons a few months, but then I went to YouTube and I was checking drummers out and I got a music book, and I was, picking up different beats, different styles, metal, jazz, whatever the hell. And then finally, I just was like, fuck this. I'm just going to make up my own beats. And I just started playing. And finally, Savara was like, okay, you're playing enough now, so I guess I will play with you.
All right, yeah, I was an ass. I did.
She was like, okay, I'm ready, And so the first thing we did do was the symphonic, hard rock metal type thing. Yeah, we had like a 6-piece and it was awesome, but it just was like raining in cats when you have that many people. So we kind of...
I was just singing at the time for that initially.
And we ended up putting it down to like 4 people, and we just focused on just hard rock, and that was kind of the first thing we did.
It was just kind of, and then we kind of, we took some time, for a while there, and I just wasn't, I don't know, I just didn't feel fulfilled, like I said. And it wasn't until she goes, we should do a band, and you should play bass, and you should sing. I'm like, maybe that's what's missing. Like maybe, because I just kept feeling pulled between the two sides of me, right? I'm like, I want to sing, or then I want to play bass, and I'm like, I'm bored. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, so I'm just like, do
She's like,
both.
Right.
And what year was this?
This was just like a
end of 2017.
Yeah, and that's when we started writing the songs that you have here, which is The one you just heard, Prisoner, and then also Purgatorio and End of Times. And we kind of wrote those together. And then we're like, well, we've got a few songs, but we don't have guitar. And we were thinking, fuck it, we don't need a guitar. No offense, Bren. But we're like, fuck it, we don't need a guitar.
No, you.
I was just like, fuck it, I'll just play the drums and you sing and play bass and we're going out there.
And
she's
I'm
like,
going, yeah, no.
She's like, no, let's try to find a guitar. So I'm like, okay.
And she'd find all these guitar players. I'm like, yeah, no, pass. Like, it's just not right. I need to feel something. And, as I said earlier, that's when I heard his, and I was over and I came running in. I'm like, that's the guy. I want him. I'm like, she was like, you don't even know if he's available. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, stalk him if you have to. I don't care. I want him.
And I'm a good stalker, let me tell you.
In which case, I got a couple emails with some really nice ass shots, and it was great. I was like, "Who the fuck are you? I'm coming, baby." Literally
for you.
and figuratively.
So we just hooked up, and the rest is history. But like I said, I love drums. I love playing drums. I even picked up a bass recently, and I just fuck around with that just for fun. But my main thing, like I said, I sang and drums and some bass and some trumpet and just whatever, keyboards. I like to fuck around with all of it, so I have fun. But mainly, I'm a drummer.
She just likes to fuck around.
Yeah, I like to fuck around. That's basically about it, right? So I'm drumming, and then I had my kit that I got, my first kit I got. It was a DW Collector Series, and I didn't know how to fucking play drums, okay? But I'm like, fuck it. This is incentive to learn these motherfuckers. So, that's a fucking incentive. I'm going to buy this shit, and I better learn how to fuck play it. And I did.
And every time she got better and better, by the time we got together, I'm like, you need more cymbals. She's like, I have enough cymbals. I'm like, you need a china.
Yeah.
You need, not just any china, you need a big fucking china.
So I started, adding
She
cymbals.
ixnayed the gong, though. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't want a gong?
They're fucking expensive.
Like, we could have put Heather in a bikini, boom.
I wanted them to, like, carry me out there and bring me out there. And then these two guys with the, just hit
And then she had to be practical. She's like, so how are you going to get it to the show? I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's
like
some
the one I'm
pots and
looking.
pans that have the same sound.
Exactly. So that's what I did. No, but
Went to the show and the drummer just had pots and pans strung up everywhere.
exactly. So I had my DW and I loved it, and
I threw
was
in a
jamming
couple
it.
garbage can lids.
There you go.
Yeah, I got her some of
creative.
those.
And so after that, I was like, the reason I liked that kit was a long time ago, a buddy of mine, he used to play drums, and I always watched him. I'm like, I love that kit. It sounds so awesome. So that's why I got the DW. But then once, you kind of like, I had that drum kit and for a while, and I was like, you know what, though? I kind of want something with a deeper tone, not the maple.
You come into your own.
Yeah, I want to get something with a darker, deeper tone. So I was looking around, and then I found that my second kit, which is a Sonar, and it's a vintage series, and it's less pieces, too, because I'm like, fuck, man, I am sick and goddamn tired of carrying this motherfucking shit out there.
Especially with all the cymbals I kept getting her.
It is a lot of shit to carry. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just freaking downsize. And I got this Sonar vintage series, and it's awesome. I love that kit. It sounds great.
I do.
And it's a good sounding kit. So like the first three songs you're hearing that you're going to hear, those are on the DW kit. And then the second two after that, which are live at Brower House and live at the Forge.
Nice.
Those ones are me using my Sonar. And then finally, I'm not even going to say what my third kit is, but you guys can guess. But pots and pans. No, and that was the last song that you're going to ultimately hear.
Buckets.
I'm Coming For You. That one's my third brand new kit. So it's my surprise new kit. So I'll tell you later what that is. But yeah, so there you go.
Well, let's play another track that features the first drum kit.
Yes.
And then this is also off the Up From the Ashes
Yes.
CD, right?
Yes, Up From the Ashes. It is called Purgatorio. And this one, I actually wrote the lyrics. Ooh. And I was just, you're going to think I'm crazy weird, but I was reading
You're crazy weird.
Yes, I am crazy weird. But I was reading the Divine Comedy. I don't know if you guys know anything about that. It's
Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno, Purgatorio, blah, 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 bullshit. And I was reading the Purgatorio portion of it, and I just totally came up with this. I'm really into Apocalypse and the one song End of Times that we're gonna play too. That I'm totally into the end of the world, apocalypse, zombies, vampires, all that kind of shit. That's totally what I'm into.
And I'm the perverted one writing things like
yeah.
possession. I'm coming for you.
Exactly. So that's what. But the one cool thing about the song Purgatorio is in the bridge. When you hear that, listen for the stuff like that. I can't do that, of course, but that's actually Savara.
I can do it.
There's Brendan, he can do it. But if you listen to that kind of stuff in the background in the bridge, that's actually her. Some people thought it was like a keyboard, but that's actually her. And you got to really take note for her high note. So that's all I could say.
It was originally written for cello, but we ended up the cellist that we wanted to be in the band didn't end up being in the band, so I had to do it with my vocals.
Yep. So there
Awesome.
you go. Yeah.
You said Purgatorio.
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Yes, Italian, versus Purgatorio.
Whoa.
Hey, yo.
Whoa,
hey.
whoa.
Yo, hey, I'm Italian. What
Don't
do you
make
want?
me bust out my vowels. Hey,
You guys are
yo.
Italian?
Yes, we are Italian.
Sono italiano.
I had no fucking idea.
Vaffanculo.
Oh, wait, you're Italian too.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I'm
right.
Spanish, baby.
Oh, yeah. You're Spanish and Italian.
No, I'm not. I'm not Italian at all. I'm Spanish and Polish.
You're so full of shit.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
Really? You can take one look at him and see he's not a fucking Dago.
not. No, there's no Dago.
So
He's
while
not a
these
Dago,
guys
Wop,
figure
or
out their
Guinea.
nationalities, here is Purgatorio by ReAnimate the Fallen.
This is Gump.
This is Trent.
This is Tim.
And we're heavy!
And you are listening to the Metal Experience radio show, super show extravaganza, live on what the fuck network? Ah, fuck. Can you edit that?
Hey, come check out Small Town Mentality Podcast with your host Ben and
Austin.
We are on every Thursday morning
With tips on how to be a more efficient racist.
No, we don't do that.
Also, best ways to bag your sister in the sack.
No, I don't think we've ever talked about that.
Also, we do impressions.
We don't do that either. We do have some buttons that we push sometimes.
What? And black people.
Anyways, you can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, and everywhere you get a podcast.
You can find us closest to your nearing Burning Cross.
No, you can't. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at STM Podcast. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Woo! We just heard Purgatorio, the Italian version of Purgatory, so I'm told. And that was off the Up From the Ashes EP by ReAnimate the Fallen. Woo, we're so rocking out in the dungeon of Fitz's Spare Keys. I'm Luke O'Blaze with Morgan Danielle. And Morgan?
Yeah, we were supposed to have a guest host tonight. Eric Goldman from Sons of Ra was supposed to come out, and unfortunately he came down with the flu. Boo. So we hope
good thing he
speedy
didn't show up
recovery,
then.
Eric.
I don't want the flu.
And no one wanted the flu, so we appreciate you staying away. And we'll see you next weekend at Reggie's when you play with Sons of Ra, March 9th.
Hey,
it's going to be a good time. So we are here with ReAnimate the Fallen. Just heard, as we said, Purgatorio. I want to know how you guys created your band name.
Wow.
So
do you want to go for it?
Yeah. So that actually more or less came from me.
More than less.
Yeah. No. So you guys had a previous project that what was it, Sam? Rise
of the Fallen Angel.
Rise of the Fallen Angel, and I was like, okay, well, we can kind of like keep that because people know you guys and so on and so forth. And honestly, I was super into
Reanimator?
No.
Okay.
Testament.
Oh.
And there's a
The band?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the Bible.
No, the band.
Old or new? Testament. No, I'm kidding.
No, it was off of Dark Roots of the Earth, and there's a lyric in there where he sings "Reanimate," and he just says it's so fucking cool. And I was just sitting there going "Reanimate," and I was all this stuff like that. And I was like, dude, that's gonna be fucking awesome. And they kind of had the whole like resurrection thing already kind of started, and I was like, well, let's kind of keep the same thing but change the name a little bit. And I was like, I really have Reanimate in my head right now. Like, let's do Reanimate.
I only had one concern was who's gonna do the new fucking artwork? Because it took me a long fucking time to do the last shit.
Which was ended up being me as well, who ended up doing the artwork.
Yeah, well, he came up with the initial
You
idea.
came up with the concept, but who had to actually fucking redraw that shit?
Yeah, I know.
On a computer, digitally.
And you did a good job.
Shit's not easy.
You did it.
Thank you. I'm like, I'm sorry, I spent 12 fucking hours on that crap. You just bought a fucking patch.
No, but I mean that's just where it came from. It a lot of things.
The concept.
Yeah, a lot of things kind of stemmed from like their old project, and I was like, I want to bring some new things into it, but kind of keep the same vibe, but don't want to make it that long of a name. So
I like the name,
and I really like because it can become an acronym. It can just become RTF. And what was it at our?
I like the meaning.
At our
Ford show.
Our Ford show, we had the whole crowd was screaming and chanting RTF and stuff like that. I mean, it was just
that's awesome.
That was fucking awesome. I mean,
yeah, hundreds of people screaming that's fucking cool.
It was really cool.
And I don't recall seeing a lot of those people in the audience before, so I don't even know where they got that. But it just took off. I was like.
Well, it started with a bunch of
now
people.
We did have a shitload of people there.
We did have a shitload of people, and it started with a little group of people just screaming it, and then all of a sudden the whole place just erupted into it, and it was fucking awesome. Like I don't think you could do that with.
But we never thought of RTF before then.
No,
it was the audience.
It would be RO
Yeah.
TF, it'd be fucking.
No,
I
yeah, you couldn't
can't
do that
even
with the
spell
old
it.
name, and really, like, we started then using RTF after that show because it was the fans, it was the audience that really came up with it. It was just
Yeah,
like,
so we kind of go by RTF now,
you know,
but it stands for, everybody always asks, ends up saying, well, what does it stand for? Reanimate the Fallen. So.
Yeah, I just like the meaning of, finding a glimmer of hope through all the fucking shit out there in the world. It's like a lot of the stuff I write, it's dark and it's, and the stuff he writes, it can be deep, but even through all of this, there's just always somewhere in it some glimmer of hope. It could be in the lyrics, it could be in the instrumentals, but for us at least, that is what it is. Like, you don't want to, it's like, I'm not really talking about, I don't actually want to like slit my wrist and kill myself. It's, you might feel something, there's a song Dying Inside. It's, it's about abuse. It's about, it's really nothing pretty about it. Even, Angel Without Wings, but there's this glimmer that there is still something out there, something worth living for, right? Whether it comes from within, comes from, external forces, it doesn't matter. You have to find something within you. And for me, that's, that's what this band is about. It's that glimmer for me.
Well, I mean, that's the coolest thing is, like after our Forge show, you have people come up to us and just tell us how much from what we've told them and from our stories, stuff like that, they just resonated with it. Yeah. And it was like, you know what, like I've been dealing with this. And I was able to come over, like not saying that we like fixed their issue, but the fact that
distracted them
they
from it.
can be distracted and or know that someone else is out there that feels the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just fucking awesome. I mean, people just came up to us and was just like, dude, this is fucking great. You guys get it.
Yeah. We love doing like charity events and, different causes.
Oh, we're definitely not in it just to, just play a show just to play a show. I mean, and that's kind of the really coolest thing about all this is, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it for a cause. We're doing it for a reason. Because, I mean, we love each other, like to stay, stay in.
We love each other.
Yeah. But we stay in. We like to just,
wow,
jam.
They're getting
and,
really mushy here.
Yeah, we like to jam and write our own stuff, man. We like to do all that stuff. And we don't have to play out it if we don't want to. We do because we know that the impact is going to be more valuable than just saying, oh, yeah, we're going to play out because we want, because of this, because somebody said we could.
Hell, if we can make some money, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. But, I mean, out of our shows, though, 85% of our shows are all just because
we just want to do it. Yeah, we do what we want when we want. I mean, like I said, over, in the last few months, we've turned down, like, a handful of shows, not because we didn't want to play at the venue or whatever. It's just right now we're focusing on coming up with our second EP and with some of these newer creations that we have. And so we kind of want to focus on that right now. And then once we've got that down, believe me, we're going to come back out there and we're going to, put on a good show for you guys. So
I am the one who probably is a little bit more hesitant about performing because growing up performing, it just like, it always seems to lose its appeal. Like there's that excitement that you get before the performance. I don't really get so much. It's just like, oh, I have to lug the gear out. I'm like, unless there's like a good cause, or some,
Okay, princess, I carry all your shit.
Yeah, man.
I know, but I have to hold the fucking door. It's cold.
Yeah, she holds the fucking. No,
someone's got to do it.
She holds the fucking door.
I stay out in the cold.
I'm carrying her fucking head. We're carrying her fucking 4x10s, and then
it's
when
cold.
she wants to have her 4 10s, her 2 10s and her fucking 12, and I'm fucking carrying that shit and Brennan. Oh yes, okay, princess.
I'm just saying.
She carries her mic in her case. That's what she carries.
Someone's got to carry that too.
Guys, and somebody has to go out and interact with the audience, right?
Yeah, that's the excuse. Yeah, I gotta.
Somebody has to be the face of this band. Oh. And what more beautiful face is there?
Well, I mean, I turn around, I show them my ass. I mean, that's pretty good too.
You do have a nice ass.
I'm just saying.
Hey-o.
Oh wow, a couple of ass men. All right.
Well, why do you think CJ's here?
Yeah, I know.
Do have the best ass.
We do
She's
need
got the best ass of all of us.
Admit,
she does. But no,
It's only for
it's
private
until I
viewing
get on
only.
You know, when I get on stage though, and I see the audience, all of a sudden, like the first note, it's like Savara comes alive. You know, it's like this alter ego just is there and wants to be nowhere on the face of the earth but there. I mean, I actually ended up getting a headset. So, yeah, I know, hard rock band, and yes, I use a headset. And, you know, at first, a bunch of the bands would always, you know, tease us beforehand, like, seriously, you're going out there with that? Like, they're like, what the fuck? You have a Warwick, you have a Rickenbacker, and you're going out there with that? Like, yes, I'm going out there with that and fucking watch this shit. And I get off stage and they're like, I didn't even fucking notice you had it on. They're like, you owned that shit. And it's, for me, I can't just stand at a microphone. I get too much energy and I just get, like...
You gotta move.
I do.
You gotta move.
I have to fucking move. I need to get across the stage. And then otherwise, I was, like, running back. I'm, like, trying to get back to the mic in time to, you know, to sing. And I got tired of tripping and running and diving across the stage with the bass in my hands. So, but I don't want to just stand there. That's boring. Like, if I'm in an audience, I don't want to just see somebody standing there. I'm like, fuck that.
It's
You know?
definitely unique. I think it makes you stand out. I mean, the
Right.
footage of you, you're all over the place. You do really like to move, and
Yeah, the bigger the stage, the better, too. But I want to run the fucking stage. I want to interact with the audience. I want to be able to have freedom on stage.
And the one thing I've always said to bands as a musician myself and as a fan of watching, you know, people perform, you know, metal music and you know, live music and everything, is like, if you're not into your own music, why should I be into your music? If you're just gonna stand there and just be like, well, these are my songs.
I might as well sit in my bedroom in the
boring.
corner with the lights off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
And that
you
sounds
don't even
interesting,
get into
Samara.
your own music. How do you expect me to get into your music? So
Yeah.
when you see bands that are actually like, everyone's moving, there's a lot of energy. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, these guys are into it, and it just adds to that performance. That's half of the music right there is just in the performance too.
Well, and I also
And everybody forgets I'm wearing a headset when I'm going through. Like, everybody's always said, the same people who gave me shit forget that I'm even wearing it. They're like,
But it's not just even that though. It's also just the songs that we're playing. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, every single one of them has a direct link to some type of emotion or whatnot.
They do.
With it, like, I know that all the songs I've written, I mean, they all come from a place.
They do.
And it's kind of funny because, like, you had to buy the headset just to make sure that the songs had the breathing space for the stage, because they can't just be stood there and I'm telling you this epic and we're just standing.
Yeah, how do you feel that?
Like, how can you possibly feel that? So it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, here we are, you can feel it, you know what we're feeling at the same time.
Yeah, I
And-
like to move a lot too. I go back and forth all across
You do.
the stage. Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I find myself coming to the drum set.
You get the hair
for
the windmill.
A ton, and you know, being a bald guy, like I can't do all that stuff. But I always end up being at the drum set, having my foot on top of the bass drum.
You
and
gotta do
just
the
rocking
David Lee
out,
Roth
man.
high kicks, babe. Come on.
Brennan needs wigs.
I do own wigs,
Yes,
but
he
I
does.
never wear them on stage.
Please don't.
No, if anything, I'm gonna do
kind of
I'm
hat.
gonna do the Ingve Malmsteen.
Maybe for the
just,
Halloween
you know.
show.
Yeah.
The Halloween show.
No,
we
he
did
for-
do
he
an- yeah, we did do
we
an
did
Halloween show. Yeah.
It was awesome. We were way the hell out in the
We were in
boondocks.
Wisconsin. Yeah, we were
And-
somewhere in the middle.
What were the
Yeah.
costumes? Did you guys
And
do the
Yes,
costumes?
we did.
She was a huntsman.
She was the
Huntress,
the
dear.
huntress.
You're a
Huntsman,
man.
yes, I was a huntsman. I was fucking packing, okay?
She was a huntress, and he had like a cowboy hat on. He was like a cowboy with his cowboy boots and shit. And I was a fallen angel, so you know.
She literally had these giant
she had these
freaking
I had
giant
these giant
wings.
wings
looking
Shit.
wings.
while I
It
was
was
back
awesome.
there playing my drums.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It was awesome.
It was interesting. She's
They
like,
were actual real feathers too.
You know,
It was
that
pretty
was
cool.
actually a really cool show, though, because a lot of
Where
people.
was it at?
I can't even
God,
remember.
I
It
wish
was
I
in
could
the
remem-
middle of
was it
nowhere,
called-
Wisconsin.
Was
in
it called
some
Kudas?
Kudas, yeah.
yes, it was Kudos.
It was
Yeah.
Kudas. It was this really
It was
tiny,
an awesome place,
It's
though.
awesome place.
little bar, and it had like this,
had a great
like the
crowd.
stage side of the size of a pool table. It was awesome. And
I didn't know what I was gonna do. I'm like standing there, I'm like, I can't fucking move. There's
no,
nowhere
you
to go.
just went out into the crowd.
I did.
You,
I
you were just
didn't
like,
know
fuck
what to
it,
do.
let's go.
I couldn't stand there on the stage. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. I didn't have the headset at the time, so it was easier. But at one point, I just took the fucking mic off. I'm like, fuck it. I don't care.
I'm out.
I'm like, I'm out of here. You guys can fucking handle the instrumentals. The bass will come in a second. I need to move.
Yeah. Oh no, it was a good time. It was funny.
Oh, we were wasted too for that one.
Yeah, a little bit.
We were like,
What was actually
gone.
funny about that one though is that the sound wasn't like overly terrible because like here's the stage the size of a
But
pool
we were
table.
wasted after the show
And,
because we
here's
play
this guy-
sober.
Here's this guy running
Just a
around with
shot
like
or two.
this iPad to control the sounds. And I'm like, you guys have 2 PAs. What are you doing? Actually, ended up being a pretty cool spot though. I truly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another spot we played out.
No, there was another place in Wisconsin we played. I can't remember. I really can't remember the name of that place.
Wisconsin audiences are
But
freaking
I'm
awesome.
telling you, it almost reminded me of like the Cavern Club that the Beatles would play at.
Oh God, yes, that place.
You know, it was just this really cool
What the hell was
brick.
the name of that place?
It was a birthday
bar.
party of one of the.
Yeah, it was a birthday
guy-
party of some other band that we
Oh,
met.
that was fucking
was this-
awesome. It was like a cave. You were in a cave.
It was literally like in a cave,
Yeah.
and
This
we're
Guy
sitting
came
here.
to a couple of our shows and saw us play. He goes, "You guys have to play for my birthday."
It was called Hat Tricks.
It was a
Hat
hat
Tricks.
trick.
In Kenosha.
In Kenosha, yeah.
Yeah.
Lucas played there.
Is that where that place is?
It's
Some
a
Is that what
bar.
it's called?
place.
Hat Tricks?
It's called Hat Tricks, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Pretty
I
sure
always
you
and they
played
always have
Hat
like
Tricks.
Boy Scouts and Girl Scout stuff, and I'm always like
I
get the
didn't
bar
see
lights
any
by
Boy
this.
Scouts.
They have it
cool.
behind the bar.
It's so
Cookies when
cool.
we were
'cause-
there.
Oh yeah, both times
So
I've been
first
there.
off, they
I
gave
feel
me
gypped.
they gave me a ton of beer tickets. That's winning on my end.
Yeah, they did.
yeah.
Like so
more
much that
drinking
I
than
was
we didn't
even
know what
like
to do.
sharing it.
Yeah.
We were.
And the actual stage is like in this beautiful like brick cavern. And I gotta say,
No, that wasn't Hat Tricks. Yeah, it
That's
was
not-
Hat
Yes,
Tricks.
it was.
Yeah,
And
Maybe
the
you
sound
didn't
guy
play
was
Hat Tricks,
freaking
Luke. I
awesome.
don't remember that.
no, it was.
They
beautiful.
had the hat. Yeah, that's
Huh?
pretty cool.
I think it's different.
One side had a stage and an open area and a bar right there, and then the other side was like cave-ish.
Yeah, I
You
don't think
know,
we've
it was
been there
pretty
then.
wild.
But I'm telling you, I mean, whoever they hired for their sound guy,
Yeah, he did a great job.
Holy
That sound guy
shit.
was probably one of the
Some of the
better
best
ones.
So
sound-
glory God.
some of the best sound we've ever had. And, you know, we played House of Blues and the Forge and fucking Bottom Lounge and all that shit. I actually had like Zach Wild's direct sound guy on when we played Bottom Lounge. He was like, "Dude, I recognize that guitar. That's a Zach guitar, ain't it?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, you know what? I'm actually a Zach sound guy. I'm gonna give you his exact sound." I'm like, "No. Don't do that."
Yeah.
But I did it for
Secretly, he's like, yes, please do.
No, I did for sound check.
Yeah, he did.
For sound check, I was like, no, yeah, give me a settings. Yeah.
I've never sounded so good.
You know, and stuff like that. you know.
Squealing.
Oh, I was squealing like fucking mad, baby. You know, and
And he
I was,
just pulled all the Zach.
I was like,
shit
yeah,
out, dude.
baby, let's do pentatonic hardcore. You know, and I was just having fun with it. But like, I don't know, that little cavern in Kenosha. Good God, that place sounded great.
Yeah.
Another cool place for you local folks. Brower House.
Oh yeah, we love Brower House.
Brower House in Lombard.
Yeah.
That place
just
sounded
fun, too.
great and fun.
Yeah,
It
we had a
is.
blast there.
It does.
Yeah.
I think that's probably
They have good
like
food too. I'm all about the food.
I
right?
think
No matter where we
locally-
go, I give it ratings by food. You know.
Yes, food is important.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, we got to eat, man.
as
We're not
long as you
robots.
have my favorite vodka, we're good to go. But no, I'm easy when it comes to that. 'cause there's no-
Oh, hey, everybody out there. And our next show is we'll have everybody at that one.
Well, let's play another track. We have one more off of the EP before we go into some live tracks. So what would be the next
End of Times.
End of Time?
And that one I wrote the lyrics to, and
that was
Savara
actually
introduced
based on the
music.
first song I ever wrote.
Yeah, that music. We wrote a song with that.
It was
music.
based on something on a bass line that the
A
first thing I
bass
ever
line,
wrote.
yeah. And then we kind of went with.
And
it.
what was that? What was it about? What is End of Times about?
Well, End of Times is whatever the fuck you want it to be about. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
That's kind of what
I
I
like
write.
to leave open interpretation.
Yeah, I like to leave it open. You know, she has more definitive and meanings.
I don't like to
and
share
stuff.
everything though.
She doesn't like to share. That is very true.
I have some
Well,
secret.
me-
I know. I
names.
keep trying to get Cesar's ass, and she won't fucking let me.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's like totally. I like. I'm like I said, I'm into the apocalypse, end of times, and shit. So, but it's really not. It could be like a love story too, like the end of a relationship. It could be whatever you want to relate it to. So
That's the
kinda-
power of music, though, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And there was a special treat because there was a little growling in there that had been done, but then that was cut out. So and then the bridge has been completely rewritten, and there's been parts completely. And another treat on this song.
Oh yes.
I'm actually singing a verse, and she's doing the pre-chorus, and I'm doing the chorus, and that is me being girly. I'm singing girly. I'm not singing. Yeah, and that's been completely erased from the history, so you're only going to hear that here. Okay. You're not going to hear it anywhere else because now Brennan sings instead, and he does it differently. So you are only going to hear this tonight. You will never hear this again.
Ooh.
Me singing pretty girl voices.
All right.
Instead of my die kind of sounds that I like to do.
That she's known for.
Yes.
In Russia, Brazil, and
yes,
elsewhere
they
in the
did. They loved. Yes,
very
they
popular.
They loved it when it was. Yeah,
In
that
Russia,
was actually a bad
we
one
like
right there.
the good.
Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, here you go.
We're Witherer. Hi, Witherer. And we're addicted to metal on the Metal Experience.
And we're back. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze and our friends in ReAnimate The Fallen. And that was another track off of the EP, and that was End of Times.
Yes.
End of Times. And now it's that time, Luco. Are you ready?
Born ready.
Now it's time for
Hey man, look what I found!
Only on the Metal Experience.
All right, this week and every week, always brought to you by our friends at Imprint Recordings. Your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for all your recording needs. This week we have the band Heartsick from Lansing, Michigan. We've got a twofer for you. This first track is called Mike and Drew. I wonder what that song's about. Probably Mike and Drew and their friendship. And then the second track is called Shadow. And those are both off the new album Sleep Cycles that was released February 15th, a couple days ago. 3 days ago. And we want to thank Elijah from Heart of Jordan for sending us their music. We saw Heart of Jordan just the other day at the Battle of the Bands.
Thanks, Elijah.
Thanks, Elijah. Well, let's do it. Heartsick with Mike and Drew and Shadow.
Depression consuming me. Screaming.
Yo, what's up, everybody? You got Diggs McNasty,
Timmy D, Corey Carmander Davidson,
and Jared Ercoli from Fools Brew, and we fucking love metal. So listen in to the Metal Experience because there's some cool motherfuckers, goddammit. Ho ho!
All right, that was brought to you by Imprint Recordings. Your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for more information for all your recording needs. That band was Heartsick from Lansing, Michigan. That was a twofer. Again, that was Mike and Drew and Shadow off their brand new CD, Sleep Cycles. Check them out, and also check out Heart of Jordan. Thank you to the guys in Heart of Jordan for sending us Heartsick.
They're going to be
our way.
going on tour with Heart of Jordan soon in the Midwest area. So keep a lookout for those two.
I will. How about I do that?
Doing great things.
How about I'm going to definitely do that.
I know you will, with both eyes open. We are back with ReAnimate the Fallen, their first interview with us ever. And we still have some live tracks to play from the band now. So you guys brought a couple with you of
We've
those.
got some live ones, yes.
Yeah, just a taste of some of the stuff we're working on now.
Yeah, with all the imperfections. Oh, actually, it's perfect, of course. Right.
That's perfect.
Actually, yes, we have 2 songs live. First one is Possession, and that was at the Brower House.
Ooh.
And the beginning's kind of cut off, but fuck it, who cares?
It's just it's a sample.
It's
of the
just
song.
you know.
a taste.
And actually, I think who was it that did that for us? That took it. Was that whose phone was that?
Katie on an iPhone.
It was Brennan's Squeeze. Took it out of her phone. Was it an Apple phone, Mr. Appleman? Yes, it was an Apple phone. Yes, and it was just kind of what the hell. So yeah, check it out.
All right, and then is there also a YouTube video of this?
There is. Yes, you can see actually Savara shaking her thingy and Brennan too. And I'm in the back there somewhere.
I didn't know I had a thingy, but it's news to me.
Her
but
thingsies.
No, I was a huntsman earlier, so you know.
Her sound pack.
I'm
her
learning new
headset.
things about myself. Self-discovery. I always wondered what that was down there.
Well, this is Possession. When was this
Maybe it
show?
started showing up
This
when you started
show
singing
was-
Possession.
Yeah,
Possession.
this show was just not
November?
too long ago, wasn't it? No.
Yeah, it wasn't too long
It
ago.
was
Yeah, we
within the
we
last-
literally just wrote it not that long ago.
We wrote
it
that day we played it is the first time we ever played it live.
Whoa.
And I think we just wrote it like
A week before?
Yeah, like a week and a half
a week
before,
or
yeah.
so before. So yeah, so it's gonna be fun listening to this one. All right, let's do it.
Go. What, boy? Are you up for some heavy metal? Have you heard the Metal Experience? No. With Nuko Blaze and Whippersnapper.
Oh, yes,
and the ravishing and dashing Morgan.
Oh, yes.
Well, tune in to themetalexperience.com for some heavy metal.
Yes, this muscles in the speakers.
Smashing Metal Experience.
All right, we are back once again with Reanimate the Fallen. That was Possession Live from Brower House.
And that was just a clip.
And that's just a clip, a sneak peek of what's to come on the upcoming album being recorded soon. So Brennan was just going to discuss a little bit about Possession.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And his experience with
Well,
it.
first off, I mean, that's one of my favorite riffs to play live. It's just so bouncy, and I love to play it. It's just a lot of fun and energy. And really, the funny thing about that song is that it actually came about. My wife ended up playing Kingdom Hearts, and she's such a Disney fanatic. And the Ursula from Little Mermaid came on.
Ursula.
And I was just like, she's a quote-unquote sea witch. I was like, what the fuck would a sea witch sound like if it had a musical track? And
she sings in it. You know that, right?
She does sing in it, but I wasn't happy with it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, my
That
wife,
wasn't good enough.
It wasn't good
She
enough.
was
And I was
possessed.
just sitting there, and I was just sitting there. My wife was playing this, and I was like, what do you think about this? And I came with and I just came up with it. And honestly, that's where it stemmed from. And then I was like, I went to Savara at that point. It was like, so here's this riff I have. Like, I call it Sea Witch because I don't know what else to call it, because that's what I thought in my head when I was writing it. What can you do with it?
Well, it happened to be that same day I was coming to him with the lyrics and the melody for Possession. And it's like, I'm like, wait a minute. And we're like, he listened to the lyrics. He goes, oh, yeah, they so fucking fit. And we just put them together, and there was like no reworking even that was needed.
Very rare, yeah.
It was
a few tweaks here and there, but
it was done. It just came
was
so
meant to be.
naturally.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It was so natural the way that it came about, and it was really fun because my wife who took the audio clip of that song after we were done with the show, she walked right up to me and she's like, that's my favorite song from you guys. It's like, that one is fucking on it.
It's like you were possessed.
Is that why the clip started kind of in the middle? 'Cause she's like, oh, this is now my favorite song. Record.
A little bit.
Yeah. And it's just kind of, I don't know, for me it was kind of exploring the darker side of sexuality. So you mix that with, I guess, with Ursula, I guess it kind of works, right? A sea witch.
According to Disney lore, I don't know.
We're all like
intently
sitting here like,
I
whoa,
gotta get my wife on that one. Apparently, her and Poseidon are related in some aspect.
Ursula
Yeah.
is related to Poseidon?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
I know, but
about
my
that.
wife explained this to me, and I was
that
like,
is definitely kinky.
okay.
I think
So you're telling me
Tuned out, and then you were like,
Yeah.
so, what's for dinner?
exactly? I was like, oh, I guess those tentacles came in handy, huh?
And then check out this tasty riff.
Exactly.
So when are you hoping to have the new music recorded by?
We're actually, right now, we got some gear that we purchased, and we are trying to get it rolling. So we're looking to record, and once we get it recorded, we're hoping, it'll really kick some ass. If for some reason it's not kind of turning exactly like we want, then we're probably going to go hit a studio. But we're going to try it,
We might hit Turkey Vulture back up.
What?
We might hit Turkey Vulture Records in Rockford back up. They did the first 3 tracks for us. He just did a great job. Just understood what our vision was, what we were trying to, really convey. It was really
for
just
those
a great
songs.
time.
It was what we were wanting it to be like,
Yeah.
But now we've kind of progressed. I think you're hearing some of the direction where we're going now with Possession, and then you'll see with
We're just having a little more fun with the dark side
the
now.
next one, Foolish Pride, which you're going to hear the male side, the male vocals.
This is the song that apparently Sam heard and was like, this is what I want.
This is what made us all united in ReAnimate.
Apparently, and there's actually like a backstory to it. I was going through a bit of a rough patch with my wife and contemplating separating, and I was just like, this is fucking stupid. That we're letting all these differences come between us, and like not really just seeing past everything. It's like what we need to do is that we just need to man the fuck up and just deal with it. And just swallow all this foolish pride that we have behind us. It's just like, fuck it. And that's actually where it came from. So if you actually listen to the song and listen to the lyrics that are being said, it's me essentially saying, stop trying to have this war with me. And stop trying to play love chicken. Like just...
What's a love chicken?
What the fuck?
So, you're coming at each other.
Playing chicken.
Yeah, you're playing chicken with each other, and which one's gonna break first? Like,
Isn't that a cockfight?
Essentially, like, who's got the bigger cock? And I'm telling you right now, I won. But I mean, I'm just saying, like,
but
that's
barely.
But that's where it comes from. It's like, just stop playing those games and stop letting your pride try to dictate what this is.
To dictate.
Oh!
Hey, oh, hey.
My levels just went through the roof.
That was like,
I'm glad
I clipped the shit out of you. I'm glad.
It wasn't me for a change.
I know. I've heard you in the dressing room.
Well, girls got to do what a girl's got to do.
So what is this song called,
warm it up.
Brennan?
Foolish Pride. And it was live at the Forge.
Ooh, another live one.
And when was this?
This
recorded?
was not too long ago either. All of ours are not too long because
didn't start playing
remember
out until
we
the
we
late
got
spring.
together in 2017.
The end of it.
And all our shows were somewhere in 2017. We got together. In 2018 is when we kind of did all our shows. So that's really all like last year, basically. We did all these shows, and it was awesome. So yeah.
So this is live from the Forge. Is there video of this one
There's
also?
a video.
There is.
of
There's
this
a
one.
professional video of this.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We had a guy who, we take the, took a picture live, and then he just took some different shots of us and then clipped it together. So
Put
it's
it into a
actually
live music
yeah. So
It
it's
can be found on our Facebook page.
yeah. So it's on there too.
Sweet. Well, let's do it.
Not knowing what we This is Justin.
This is Dustin.
Austin's J&D.
Of the so-called Saints.
Or so-called Sense.
Tell your boys.
Or smile your boys.
You're listening to the Metal Experience.
Boom.
We are back. And I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, still here rocking it with Reanimate the Fallen. That was Foolish Pride, live from the Forge, and a first time that you played that song live to an audience.
Absolutely.
Very exciting.
The fun part was that we ended up, we were playing it live, and we were like, this is going to be great. And then we didn't realize how many people eventually showed up. And we eventually...
How many people did you think you were going to play to?
Oh, we did. Well,
we
you
weren't
know,
expecting.
You never know. You play shows, and sometimes you have 10 people, sometimes you have hundreds of people. You don't know. It's all different.
It just so happened that at that show, I mean, what did we eventually peak at? I mean, we eventually peaked at like a little over like 250 or
Holy
like
shit.
close to 300
Yeah, but I'll
people.
tell you what.
Who else were you playing with?
We played with like 4 other bands. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, we were opening for Janet Gardner of Vixen.
Yeah.
And so
Say that one more time.
Janet Gardner of Vixen.
Oh, okay.
Is who we eventually.
It sounded like that was one word that you said the first time.
We were their open
direct
support.
we were their direct support.
That's pretty cool.
They
Yeah.
actually used her drum set on stage.
They used my drum kit. Yes, they totally did, and so it was fucking awesome because mine was up there, on the rise. And
did you get to play up top too?
I was fuck yeah.
And got our logo up there when they came on.
And then the good thing and there was a lot of people who were.
That was a pretty bloody
nothing
drum
to
set,
say
though, when you got
against
it back.
them. They were great. They were awesome. Totally cool peeps. But there's some people coming around saying, "Man, you guys fucking blew the show away," So
Well,
it was
there was
fucking
about.
awesome.
I mean, I think by the time we were done, we eventually looked at the crowd and asked some of the promotion people. It's like there were like about 300 some odd people there by the time we hit the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were more.
So we weren't expecting to play our new songs and all that stuff in front of that many people.
Yeah.
And like
we practiced this song twice. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, it kind of became to that.
I hope we don't mess it up.
So we're just kind of standing up there and going, "Oh shit," and all that stuff.
That was like, I'd probably have the most fun playing that song on bass. Because I'm just all over the fucking place, and I could just relax and just fucking just go crazy.
Yeah,
it's
because
one of the few songs that
she
she doesn't have to sing in, so and it's really easy for me to play and sing live, and then she just has fun with it. So typically, that's when she goes into the crowd and starts like dancing and stuff like that. So
She's
really
got a little hop. She does.
she does a little hop. And actually, on the video, you'll see the little hop.
You'll
that
see
she
her
does.
little hop. You have to pay attention. So get on there and
I
look
still
for that little hop.
know what you're talking about.
It's actually really fun. But yeah, we ended
She doesn't
up,
know she does it.
We ended up playing, and then by the time we got off, and Janet came on, and she was fantastic, and she still does a lot of cool things and still is doing a lot of cool things. But
yeah, they were awesome.
I mean, and I was just standing there in awe of her. But I mean, people came up to us after that, and it was just like, you guys are fucking awesome. Like, you guys need to like start playing more and start getting out there.
And then what do? We stop playing
we're
out
like,
because
all right,
we're
we're
going
done
to record.
playing shows.
And
Yeah.
then now we're done, baby.
Well, because we're recording. But as soon as we're done with this recording, we are going to get that EP.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we are going to get out there full storm again. Like I said, unfortunately, we turned down a handful of shows, but because we want to do this. But we're gonna be back out there this year, this summer. We're gonna get out
We've
there.
been fortunate enough to play with some great bands, though. I mean, we've played with
Some
Saliva, Puddle of Mud, Janet Gardner, some great local bands too.
Great local, like our friends
Black
in the Day.
Yeah, they're just always fun to jam with.
Yeah.
So Black in the Day, I mean, God, those guys are just fun as hell.
Yeah,
To
we have a
hang out
great
with,
time.
like, whenever
hang
they're
out with and play with. Like
Yeah.
we've been with them now.
We click together. We do.
Yeah,
we click.
we met them at the Janet Gardner show. So the song you just heard, we met them at that one. And ever since we met we've just been like, you wanna play this show with us?
Yeah, we're like buds, we enjoy
they
hanging
brought
out.
us on to
Band buds.
Yeah, they brought us on like the Puddle of Mud show and playing with saliva and all stuff like that. And
No, we brought them to that one.
Did we do
They
that?
brought us to another
Whatever.
one.
We
yeah,
just
they brought us
we
to
do
another
that
one and
now.
whatnot. But
But
we just been
we just have a great time. So
It's
it's
just
fun
fun.
to find
Yeah, we
other
just have a great
bands
time with
that
those
you
guys.
like to jam with, and I'm like hoping we can get maybe a couple more bands that kind of click with our music and click with us, and maybe we can all this summer hit the road and do some fun getaways. So that's something we're trying to shoot for as well. So
I don't want to be in the same bed as you, CJ. I'm sorry.
But yeah. So we're definitely looking to do something like that. So we're trying to look for a couple other acts, and because we already talked to them about it, and they said they'd be down. So we need a couple other if there's any other acts out there,
It's really cool because their guitarist
hit the road together.
Yeah, their guitarist is super cool, but he's like, I want to play one of your songs with you. Is it okay if you teach me one of your songs? I'll hop on stage and play with you guys. I'm like, sure.
What the fuck?
We'll play a song together, man. Let's go.
And we brought a kid on stage one time.
We did.
It was he had just done his first concert. It was a Beethoven song or
He
whatever.
plays tuba.
He played the tuba, and he was so proud. And we're like, dude, get the fuck up here.
So we had him
bring
do
your
the
damn
intro.
tuba.
We did this.
He introduced us at the.
We did this at the Bottom Lounge.
We did this there.
So
Really?
at a
Like,
pretty,
fuck it, we're headlining. This
yeah,
kid's
at
gonna
a pretty
open for us.
decent headlining show in the city, and we just bring this. Like, how old was he?
He was
11.
He's like
10 or 11.
Yeah, not very old. Comes on stage and just starts playing the tuba, and a lot of
getting set
people
up
were
in the
just
back.
like, "What the hell?" Like at first, and then like once we were standing there and like I was clapping, we all had our stuff on, but we were all clapping and all that stuff like that. Like give this up to this kid. I mean, by the time he was done, he literally had an entire room of people cheering for him.
Yeah, it was that was like
It was
amazing.
really cool.
Yeah,
Just like to encourage young musicians.
Yes,
one of the coolest things I ever had happen was I had this little girl comes up to me, and she was like maybe 9 or something like that. She goes, "I didn't know girls could play bass guitar."
Whoa.
You can
I'm
do
like-
whatever you want.
I'm like, what?
You can play drums too.
Right?
You can do it.
Which is why I mean I truly love being in this in the group and the band and it being female fronted. I mean there's so much spark that I see in so many people's eyes. And it's not just like females. It's also males in general. They're just like, holy shit! Like you guys, you're only a 3-piece and you sound like that.
Yeah,
And
that's
you're
the
only
biggest
this?
thing we
Like,
get.
and I'm
they're
like, yeah,
shocked.
like I mean, this is just what it is, and it just kind of seeing the amazement, I think, is just something that.
Well, they
you
don't
can
usually.
only
They think
get-
it'll be thin,
You can only get for something like this, and that's just where it comes from, and I
So,
really enjoy it.
since we're talking about live shows,
Yeah, go hit it.
My favorite question to ask bands:
Go ahead.
most embarrassing live show incident.
Oh fuck!
And we have had someone tell us they shit their pants and had to run to the bathroom.
Brennan, did you tell him that?
No. I never crapped my pants. Came close, but I didn't do that. From my end, jeez,
A tough one.
It
Just
kinda,
flawless performances every time.
No,
Why does it
there
have to be
was-
me that's the weirdo in the band?
No. I wouldn't say flawless. I would say the most difficult and therefore embarrassing was the show that we did in almost like 110-degree weather.
Oh gosh!
shit.
Yeah.
And
You
it was
guys both were like, "Damn."
and it was outside.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it was outside, and the sweat was just coming down my face into my eyes.
Burning.
And I couldn't see anything, and I and there was a time where a solo had to come up, and I was like, shit,
Guys, I can't say.
and I couldn't see, and I just kind of started playing by just muscle memory. I fucked it up.
Oh, okay.
I fucked it up big time, and I was just sitting there going, guys, I'm so sorry.
Can't say anything. I'm dripping with sweat in my eyes.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think anybody noticed. I didn't even notice. Then
No.
again, I was trying to.
I
pass
noticed,
on
I
me.
noticed.
And that's not a joke either. Like we legit played, and like I think
It was
I think
literally-
that day peaked like
yeah.
115
And then-
degrees.
yeah.
Where was
it
this at?
So what about you? What do you?
It was actually in Lyle.
Base camp.
It was in base camp
Yeah.
in Lyle,
and
and we were playing
The
outside.
heat index
Yeah,
was.
It was like
it was the hottest
100.
day.
Yeah, it was like 115
But it's cool. It was a fun place, good crowd. And what about you, Savara? I'm anxious to hear.
So,
I don't remember
what you
any
want
of
the holographic demonic pink squirrel?
Yeah.
Incident?
What is this now?
So I had gone about. I was on my 5th day with no sleep. I hadn't.
How did you? How?
I don't know. Adrenaline, insomniac,
My sexy
massive
looks.
quantities of caffeine, like 13 shots of espresso, Vibrant, pot of coffee, couple cups of tea, 2 tea bags steeped. 10 minutes.
My ass shaking.
So
in your face.
no drugs, unless
No drugs.
Just caffeine.
So
Wow.
your brain actually starts to like fuck with you. So I was on
And
the
so
way
do
to a
I.
performance, and all of a sudden, like out of my side of my vision, I saw it looked like a poster of a demonic holographic pink squirrel, and it was like moving along the wall, following me. And I started freaking out, and so I started running. Now, I can't run for shit, and I can't jump, okay? So I'm running. Next thing you know, I'm jumping over bushes like they're like massive hurdles at Olympics, I guess. I didn't remember any of this, by the way. The track team approached me and asked me to join. And I'm like, why are you
Whoa,
asking
look at her
me?
jumping the.
Right, and they're like, holy shit. So I get to the performance. I'm there. And this was when I was in my classical world. And so I'm on stage, and the pianists were getting ready to start, and I turned to her.
Penis, what?
Yeah, I heard penis.
I heard
The
penis.
pianist, the piano player. So I turned to her and I go, what song are we doing? She's like, this is a major recital, okay? It's being recorded and everything else. She goes, don't fuck with me. I'm like, seriously? She's like, don't fuck with me. I'm like, okay, can you just tell me what language this is in? She's like, just fucking sing. And I'm like, okay, I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. But I'm standing there on stage, and she starts playing, and apparently I'm singing. I didn't remember singing at all, but apparently I sang. I saw the recording back. Oh my God, it was a flawless performance. Until about 3/4 of the way through, I passed out on stage and fell off the stage.
Holy shit.
Yes. So apparently, I woke up. Apparently, they got me into the hallway, got me semi-lucid, and then somebody carried me to the rec room in college, and I woke up on the couch there going, again, where the fuck am I? And my roommate's like, you passed out on the fucking stage. I'm like, oh. She's like, when did you sleep again? I'm like, I don't know.
Just now.
I'm like, not sleeping, not eating, all of that will happen. The caffeine you can't eat because your body, just suppresses your appetite. You don't mean to not eat. It's just you don't think about it, and you're so fucking wired.
So why did you fuck with your sleep like that?
I didn't. I had major insomnia. I had a lot of performances that week. I just didn't have time to sleep.
She didn't have time. No time.
You know,
I ain't got no time.
Right, I'm out at 4 a.m. rollerblading because I had so much fucking energy. I was just bursting. And, then I was being chased by demonic holographic pink squirrels.
It'll get you every time. It'll get you every
know?
time.
What the fuck kind of story is it?
So that was my most embarrassing
How big was the
thing.
stage that you fell off
How
of?
big was the squirrel?
That squirrel was about 1.5 feet. That was a big motherfucking squirrel. It was scary, I tell you. It was this like pinkish red. It was, like I said, a holographic demonic. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. I could still see it in my head right now, and I don't remember anything else from that night except from watching the footage and seeing myself fall off the stage.
There you guys go. Your first music video.
Album cover.
Getting chased by a gigantic demonic.
What she forgot to
pink
tell you
squirrel.
guys is that what she saw was essentially my ass.
I feel like it's that
Brennan's
Evanescence song. Evanescence's "Wake Me Up Inside" needs a whole new music video made.
There you
Wake
go.
me up!
Wake me up inside.
Yeah.
Well-
The only other incident I had was we went to record a music video at another project, and I was playing bass, and we were supposed to do this in a warehouse. Okay, so
Yeah, we
I'm
were.
wearing like
That bass, about that bass.
4-inch fucking stilettos. All right, we're supposed to be in a warehouse.
We were.
The videographer sees this pit, a retention pond, and says, oh my God, that's a great place for the footage. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. They haul all the gear out down there. They want me to play a 12-pound fucking bass in fucking stilettos. It had rained the day before. the ground was like pox, and I'm literally just stepping, and my heel is just sinking
Yeah.
in, and I'm playing, and next thing you know, like the bass went from, I mean, I don't play it high up or anything like that, you know, it's like down at my you know, around my hips normally. It was by my fucking knees when I stopped, because I just kept almost falling, and I couldn't drop my bass. I'm like, I'm holding this beautiful fucking Warwick, and I'm going, just not the bass. I don't care if I die, just not the fucking bass. So like it's getting lower and lower and lower. Every time I'm sinking, the guitar's dropping. The straps aren't even on my shoulder. I'm holding the fucking thing up playing. And I'm just down to the fucking ground hoping
But
I
it
don't
looked
sink.
fucking cool. That's
Apparently
all I
it
can
looked
tell
cool.
you.
It's like quicksand effect.
Yeah.
It really was. It was the hardest.
Turns out to be awesome music video though.
Yeah. These were $2 heels found at a thrift store, right?
Payless.
No, I
Payless
wish.
guys.
Hey,
Okay.
Payless is going out of business.
I know they
I
are.
lost
It's
those
saddens
shoes in
me.
that footage too.
Oh.
They were trashed.
CJ.
What? Nothing, man. I'm
Nothing?
Flawless performance.
Really? What about that?
There's no
that
flawless.
flight you took
Oh
on
yeah,
stage?
that's no, really, yeah. That is the.
How about
I
when you
mean,
fell on your boot?
Well, there's the only time was when Savara tried to kill me. I was like, she was like, fuck, I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I could see it in slow motion, but I'm walking from behind the drum kit, and I'm trying to go back to go get more gear to bring it up. And as I'm walking, mid fucking, step, she pulls the fucking cord. I don't know what the hell. And I went fucking flying, man. I ain't kidding you. I went like 6 feet.
Hands full of stuff?
No, I am fucking. No, I just put the gear down.
Okay.
So I'm walking back to get. I'm like this, and I fucking walk, and she like pulls that cord, not knowing she's trying to pull it to move it somewhere, and I literally went like 6 feet. I was in the air. I was in the fucking air. I flew 6 feet.
So
I
it was-
fell down. I didn't get up. I was out. And I finally.
It was perfect timing.
Yeah, it was-
She straight got clotheslined.
I did.
And
I was fucked up.
by the
I was gone.
with her momentum,
Yeah.
with the clothesline, and just how it happened. Like I was standing on the other side, talking with the other band, and all of a sudden you just hear this.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? And then
Band
there's
goes,
this
"Is that
DJ
your
that's
drummer?"
Like, yeah, I was like, holy shit. And she just was laying there, just like,
And I felt like a total dick because I didn't see her
You are a
laying there.
dick.
All I saw was my Mesa head had fallen over.
Yeah, she
and I'm
didn't
going,
even fucking care about me.
exactly, like, fuck.
Yeah, she didn't give
And
a shit
everybody's
about
running
me.
over there, and I'm over here like, my baby. And then I'm like, oh shit, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So
my
yeah, and I could barely walk. And so I
Was
had
this before or after
that
the
was
set?
before.
Before.
This was before.
And
So
she
I
played the
I
entire
had a
set.
really hell of a time playing, but
Yeah.
I fucking winced through it. I
In-
was in pain, and that was.
In fact, that night, the song that you heard, Possession, that was the night that took place. So
yeah, it was the night that took
That was at
place. It was
Brower
at
House,
Brower,
yeah.
yeah. And
Not
I,
like playing double bass with the
I was
bum
in
knee.
pain, and I
yeah,
got.
she was literally sitting.
And I got
with
home
one
and
knee.
I was fucking swollen. It was huge. I was like, it
That's
was
what she said.
fucked up. Yeah, it was like, it was fucked. Yeah, that's all I can
It
tell you.
was
Fucked.
fucked. Exactly.
So yeah, I couldn't.
saw
walk.
footage
I
of that
literally
fall later, and
and
it was
this
a
is
hell of a
not
fall.
bullshit.
Footage of that the fall also.
One of the people I knew in the audience had recorded. We don't have the footage, but a friend of mine did.
We're gonna, yeah, we should get that, put it up because it's funny as hell. And then, well, now it's funny, but I'm not kidding you. I could not walk for 2 days. I'm not kidding you. Remember, I could
No, you
not
couldn't.
fuck it. Literally, I couldn't step on. I couldn't walk.
Jeez.
I don't know how I played. I don't know how I.
The
I think it was just
adrenaline.
adrenaline, man.
Get a shot.
Yeah.
And there you go.
And there you go.
Give me a shot, and the adrenaline kicks in, and you're going.
I was gone. So and then, but I was.
So I think
fuck-
we have one more here.
Oh, we do.
That one more that we're just in the middle of writing, and this was actually
One more track.
One more
Okay.
track.
We
I was
have
like, one more incident?
One more. No more incidents.
No,
now
I
she
think
wants
we're
to
gonna leave
talk
that.
about this one.
No,
yeah.
but we have this last track is one where Brendan and I are both singing. We kind of go back and forth with the story a little bit. And I think this really kind of pulls everything together that we're trying to accomplish with musically. You could really kind of hear us gel. It is literally the night we wrote it. We're in there and I'm going, fuck. I think we need to record this really quickly,
So we
or
don't so we
I'm gonna
remember it.
forget.
Yeah.
I was just freestyling lyrics and shit like that. I'm like, I know I won't remember this, and so we just put my phone on the floor in the band room and just hit record.
Yeah, we did. We did.
I want to give you just a little bit of a taste of kind of what's to come, though.
Yeah.
And
So
kind
this-
of the change of the direction.
You brought the recording from the phone?
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Okay,
did.
okay.
I literally
Well, I
brought
sent it. And
Perfect.
so yes, it is, and it's.
I'm
yeah.
coming for you.
I really. This is like.
I'm coming for
Yeah.
you.
No, it's.
I see what you did there.
No, it's called. Yeah, it's on.
You will.
And it's.
Well, all right.
Oh, man.
Did you guys want to play the song now, or did you guys want to
No,
go
we could
out
wait.
playing
We
the
could
song?
go- Yeah, that'd be cool. I like that idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll go out playing that song
Yeah.
recorded from an iPhone.
No, it was
Oh,
from
Samsung.
it was from a
Samsung.
Samsung Note Galaxy Note 8.
All right.
There's
all right.
Samsung's pitch. They owe you money.
and,
There you go.
and honestly, we weren't even. We were like debating: should we even send this? I mean, and even the live ones, should we even send those because they're not like studio recorded? We're like, fuck it. I mean, we like the songs. It gives you an idea of what we got going, and like those two songs earlier, and this one will be on the new, along with a few other songs that you haven't heard, and we really don't even have anywhere that you could find them. So there's going to be some surprises in store. Yes, absolutely. And then the one thing to notice on this one, well, I'm not even going to mention it. We'll see if you notice it. There's a little something about that song.
We'll do a couple announcements real quick, and then we'll play that song going out, and
Yeah.
fun stuff.
All right, cool.
So Morgan,
Yeah.
do you have any announcements for us this week?
There are a few.
A couple, 2, 3. Okay.
Couple, 2, 3. So this past weekend, we were at the Vakken Battle of the Bands at Cobra Lounge. Our friends of Heart of Jordan came down from Michigan to play, and then we saw our friends in Terranot and Vice also play. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Oh, Fierce Atmospheres played, but unfortunately we missed them.
We got
at
there
last minute.
right as they finished.
Yeah, they had a show at Brower House at night too, so they
did
played
double
first
duty.
and then they left. But because we're gonna
And then
feature him
Chris-
next week on the show, Chris Bob's band from Strongman, who was on our show a
From
long time ago.
Remora, Strongman.
He's also in this awesome band now called American Slang, which you should definitely check out. They were fucking awesome. Next week we're gonna feature the winner, who's going out to LA in the California round. Toxic Ruin from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. won. They were fucking they were fucking awesome. So congratulations to them. We'll play them as our Hey Look What I Found pick.
And I'm
next
wearing my
week.
Toxic Ruin shirt.
Yeah, and we put the Toxic Ruin sticker on our computer. So that was awesome. And everybody played great. It was awesome to be there because there were so many different sounds and bands, and we were really impressed. It was a good time. And our friends
You
in
said Vice too, right?
Vice was
Oh,
really,
yeah, we
really
know
cool.
them.
So congrats again, Toxic Ruin. You killed it. Our friends in Warforged are announcing that their album I Voice will be available May 10th on the Artesian Era record label. Merch bundles, including vinyls, are available. You can find it on their Bandcamp. And there's also like a poster flag and a CD. It's really fucking awesome. So cool bundles available. Check
pre-order
that out.
bundles?
Pre-order that now. We just saw this on Facebook, but our friends in Capital Vices, they're one of the Breakdowns and Bentley bands that we had on the compilation. They're on tour right now with McKenna, and they just played a Wendy's in Knoxville, Tennessee. The footage is on Facebook.
Does that even?
I have
how do
no
you
idea.
even-
I don't know. They're
You just
playing.
like go into Wendy's. You're like,
So they're
we have an
playing
off day. We have all of
Nashville
our stuff
tomorrow.
Let us play.
I guess we're on their way. Might have been the place that they were eating at that night, but they asked if they could play, and so before Nashville tomorrow, they played a show in Knoxville, Tennessee at a Wendy's.
What
So
the fuck is up,
check that
Wendy's?
out. They've got 3 more dates left of the tour, so go give them both a look at. They're pretty
I
awesome.
really want to play Shell gas station now.
A Shell gas station.
I'm just
Just
saying.
some off the wall like.
Just set up in the parking lot. Who knows what will happen?
Exactly. I mean,
What the
you're
fuck
right on
is
a
up,
main
patrons
street.
of Shell gas station?
Of course.
And you know what? Like, the entire intersection is now your captive fucking
there
audience,
you
right?
go.
They have red lights and shit. You have you have nowhere to go.
And you know how like the TV comes on when you're pumping your gas? It
Right?
gives you the weather forecast or whatnot. It's like you guys are their
Yeah.
entertainment while they're
Exactly.
pumping
There you
gas.
That's awesome.
What the fuck is up, Shell gas station at the corner, so and so.
Our friends in Portals are going on tour with Soulkeeper this spring, starting in April 5th. They're going to be heading out east, so check them out. Make sure you check out all their dates. They're playing Bloomington, Illinois on April 13th. Our friends in Tonson and Orinoco are selling tickets upcoming for the Browning show at the Forge in Joliet. April 14th is that show, but they've got tickets for $15. So make sure you support your locals and check that out. Also, I just saw this.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes.
Yeah. See, we're all on the same page here. We got it. Our friends in Bloodletter are actually playing with Toxic Ruin this coming weekend, March 3rd. And they're playing with a band called The Hatred Embrace. And they're playing at a place in Milwaukee called Walker's Point Music Hall. You can check that out. More details on the Facebook event page.
Yo, it's your
also
boy,
in
Sheboygan.
South Beloit, Illinois, our friends in Orinoco are playing Ian's birthday show with Pushover and Indulge Devour
Who's
with the
Ian?
Fallen View, A Part of Me, and Colorado Avenue.
Colorado
And it's a free show in South Beloit. So you should make sure you check that out. Without Waves has announced a Midwest run tour with Chrome Waves. Wow, there's a lot of waves happening. And it starts tomorrow in Minneapolis. They're going to play Livewire Lounge the 28th, which is on Thursday. And they're going to end in Milwaukee on Sunday the 3rd. So check that out. Head to Without Waves Facebook page for more details. And then I just saw this.
Yes.
An announcement from Sinister Fate that they have parted ways with Mike Simmeru, their drummer, and Michelle Noor, their bass player. So
their guitarist.
Guitarist.
She's the
Sorry.
guitarist.
Yeah. So check out Sinister Fate's Facebook page for more information and upcoming announcements. They have some announcements coming soon. So I guess they're moving on to bigger and better things, is what they said. But they're always a fun band to watch, so make sure you keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Michelle's a fucking awesome.
Yeah,
she is really cool.
we know them very well.
Yeah, we do.
Cool.
I know the drummer
She
really
also
well,
plays
too.
in gigantic
Mike.
heels.
She
Yes,
does.
she does.
Yes,
It's
she does.
insane.
When they were on, she said she has a ridiculous shoe collection.
I believe
and
it.
she tries to play in as many
yeah.
pairs of high heels as she can.
That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen her in the same pair.
Yeah.
Me either.
Well, I have a really
She's a shoe lady.
huge dildo selection, and I try to incorporate them in as many as I can.
Amen,
As you should.
sister. Amen.
I should have announced this when we were announcing the Portals stuff, but Portals has
Yes?
a brand
Porno
new
stuff?
single called Burdened.
The porno stuff?
Yes. Burdened will be available on all major streaming platforms March 5th. So we'll play that next week. It's going to be called Burdened. It's by Portals. And then this weekend we are going to be at, not this weekend, sorry, next weekend. Sons of Ra is going to be playing with Consider the Source, Bonzo Turks, and they're going to be playing at Reggie's on Saturday, March 9th.
That just sounds like a
So
fun
he
name.
said if,
played there before.
if anybody mentions the Metal Experience page at their merch table, you get free swag at the show.
I'm going to mention the Metal Experience
Lugo,
page.
you have free stuff from them. And last,
Then I'm going to request a free,
Her Worst
a free
Nightmare
high five.
has their debut album in hand, and they are ready to sell it. On March 15th, the album release show is going to be at Davern's Tavern in Justice. It's free. They're playing with Act of Destruction. And the 10-song CD is only $5. Exclusive items are only going to be available March 15th. So go to Davern's Tavern March 15th.
And
See
I've
Her
heard-
Worst Nightmare.
I've heard a couple of the tracks. They are
Nightmare.
insane.
Insane in the membrane.
And we did bring some merch, T-shirts, stickers, buttons, wristbands, and things of that nature. So if anybody out there, is interested for the, you guys sitting there listening to this, message us and we can get some stuff out to you. Complimentary.
Yeah, there you
some
go.
comps to you
Some
guys.
stuffs.
Yeah, we got some good stuff.
Next week on the show, I'm going to butcher this name.
Okay.
So
She's honest.
March 5th, we have a
Okay.
band coming on.
Okay. I'm waiting. Yes. What are they called?
Pangriest.
Like,
think.
like angriest, but pangriest?
So it's Pantera and
Pangriest.
Angry put together.
P-A-N-E-G-Y-R-I-S-T.
Pangriest.
That's how I see it.
Pancreas.
So
That's
this is
pancreas.
this
Pancreas.
is so when Hot Dang
Guys, my pancreas is going
When-
all to hell.
when Hot Dang was on with
Hot
us.
Dang. Yeah, I know them.
They
Yeah.
brought a friend with them, the guy that was recording them, Vincent, and this is Vincent's band.
And you
who's
didn't ask him
coming
how
on.
it was pronounced?
Well, funny about that. So originally he had one of his bands booked, and then he messages me going, "Yeah, we're not going to be ready, but I have my other band that I'm in. We're just going to switch the band that's on." And I'm like, "Okay, send me, the link, and I'll update the page." And he sent me it, and I'm like, "I have no idea how the fuck to say that, but okay."
What is it again?
That's a catchy
I
title.
think it's Pangreas.
Pancreas.
I think.
Pancreas.
I think.
Pangre. I think.
Well, we're gonna
pangre.
go with it for now, and then he's gonna come on, and he's
gonna
going
be like,
to correct me.
the P, the G, the S, they're all silent.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to go with that. So next week, come out to Fitz Spirit Keys. Come hang out with us. We'll be here rocking it like we do every Tuesday.
Woo!
Yeah. And the last song that we're going to debut from ReAnimate the Fallen is the bonus track of the night, the track that's never been heard, I guess. You've never played this
been
live
heard.
yet, right?
No one's heard it. This
is no one's heard this live or otherwise.
And
CJ
before,
didn't even know I had it.
before we play this, also, where can everyone find everything that is ReAnimate the Fallen on the Information Superhighway?
Facebook, Instagram. Check us out, and you can see some
Band
videos and some, just photos and a bio and all that fun stuff. And we have a YouTube.
We
We're
know
gonna
you're
be
going to
setting
say
up.
Pornhub, Brendan.
Yeah, Pornhub. Yes.
.com. Brazzers.com.
And Netflix.
You guys are on Netflix, okay.
No.
And also, you guys are going to try and track down the video footage of CJ flying like Superman
Yes, we're gonna
across the
try to
stage.
do that.
If I can get that, if
It was a
anybody,
good time.
if anybody still has that footage, please send it to us.
Mainly because you can see that ass ripple.
What a perfect transition. Here is I'm coming for you.
Woo!